It's Sunday evening, and guess what time it is? It's time for cooking with the pores with your Chef Porardi. I am a four-tire Michelin chef specializing in easy to cook meals. It costs less than $20 and can feed many people. Tonight, we are going to make something special as a special request of our viewers. We're going to make cookies. We're going to make two different types of cookies. First off, we're going to make the basic Toll House chocolate chip cookies. And then after that, I'll be making my own creation cookie, which is a peanut butter M&M cookie. So, and now when I read the ingredients off, these are the ingredients for a full batch. I will not be making a full batch here because I don't need that many cookies laying around. I've already made cookies for my taste testers who will be joining us, which hopefully there'll be three of them. Will be Dan and Christina and Mr. Raven. They've all received cookies today, and hopefully they'll be joining us shortly with when we go poof. But we'll see. Okay, let's start off. Let me get the camera position, and we're going to start off with the chocolate chip cookies first. But we'll see. Okay, let's start off. Let me get the camera position, and we're going to start off with the chocolate chip cookies first. But we'll see. Okay, let's start off. Let me get the camera. Yeah, here we go. I made adjust my camera here. Pull it over. Yeah. I'm going to start off. Like I said, this is the. I'm going to read the instructions off for the full recipe, which is going to call for first. Going to call for 2¼ cups of flour, which I'm only going to be adding half of that, so I'm going to be adding a cup and an eighth of flour, which I like to guesstimate sometimes, but that's pretty sure. That's flour. Then we're going to add to that a teaspoon of baking powder, which I'll be adding a half of a teaspoon since the recipe calls for a full teaspoon. And I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of salt. Don't want a lot of salt. Yeah. Now we're going to mix this up a little bit. Kind of incorporate the flour and everything. Trying to get that working around in there. Now I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of sugar. White granular sugar. And I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Okay, I think we're done with our measuring implements now, except for I need to add a teaspoon of vanilla. Or now this is something I just kind of eyeball it. It can go over a little bit. Sometimes I like my cookies to be a little bit more vanilla-y, more flavorful. But this vanilla will last me years and years and years. Now we're going to add 1 cup of softened butter, which 1 cup of soft stick butter is actually 2 sticks, but for this, I'm only going with 1 stick because I've already made partial recipe. Now, I really hope this works this way, but I'm going to oh, wait a minute, I almost forgot. I'm going to add 2 eggs. I almost forgot the eggs earlier, and I realized I might. I'm only adding 1 egg, of course, because of my recipe is just half of the recipe. Now we're going to incorporate all this. Hopefully, not make a super big mess. This is what I really enjoy making it, because I like creaming this all together, trying to make it nice and smooth, which it's not doing, but that's okay. Try to get all this incorporated. Hey, we're starting to cream up together. Starting to cream together good now. Oh yeah, I can tell it's getting a little heavy. Now we're gonna stop that for the moment. Pop these off here. Scrape off what we can. Set those aside. I'm going to take my chocolate chips. I'm going to fold the whole bag of chocolate chips. I'm going to fold those chocolate chips into my, whatever you want to call it, batter, I guess you call it, your base, which was really sticky, which is good, because you don't want it too runny. I'd rather have a little bit sticky than runny. Just kind of stir, kind of incorporate those. Now you can also add, a lot of people add nuts. I don't care for nuts in my cookies. I'm not a big nut fan when it comes to cookies, but I would have that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a cookie sheet. Move this. Whoa. It's over. I have a cookie sheet right here. I'm going to put some. I have some parsnip paper on it to help keep the cookie from sticking, of course. Now, what I do is I'm going to use 2 plastic spoons. I'm just going to scoop off a nice, fair size of cookie dough and just drop it onto the cookie sheet like so. I'm going to do that. These are smaller cookie sheets. These are new. These are brand new cookie sheets because last week there was a small problem with my recipe. That's why we had to cancel. I made a mistake with the recipe and ended up ruining 2 cookie sheets and 3 dozen cookies, and it wasn't a good day. So the chef decided he was just going to take a day off. He needed to regroup, and kind of calm down. He was a little bit on the worked up side. Just keep dropping these off like this. Some people use, I think they make a thing called a cookie scoop to make the cookies rounder. I'm not sure. I'm not quite into that. I'm not that much of a trained chef. I'm more of a, I don't know what you call. I guess you call me the shade tree chef, like shade tree mechanic. So this is basically you're going to do this until your cookie sheet's full, and then you're going to bake these at 350 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes. As you can see what they look like. I'm going to set this aside for the moment. And we will continue on to the peanut M&M cookie recipe, which is a super simple recipe. But I don't want to do the poof until my taste testers get here. I was a little afraid of this because the assembly of these cookies are a little bit easier than it'll take a little bit less time than the cooking part of it, but we're going to just make do with what we can. And so next we need a bowl. I have one right here I already prepared. I have a bowl. We're going to need 1 cup of peanut butter. It's very hard to measure it out, so I just kind of eyeball it. And you can. That's a little. You can use the measuring cups, but my measuring cups are dirty with flour, and you don't put any flour in these. So I'm just going to eyeball things here. It's not like I don't know what I'm doing. I do know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to do things a little bit more efficiently. We got some peanut butter. And then we're going to add to that. We're going to add. It's just really simple. We're going to add sugar. Now we're going to add a cup of sugar. That's how simple the recipe is. There's only 3 ingredients involved. And we're going to add 1 egg. One egg. I'm gonna get my easy out again. I've got to cream this all together. Okay. I'm going to take this, stir. Kind of incorporate the peanut butter a little bit. Try to make sure everything nice and incorporated in there. You don't want any extra goobers or nothing like that laying around. And I'm going to add to this some M&M peanut butter M&Ms. Just dump them in there like that. If you guys are really enjoying this show and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Go to morningdisaster.net and you can subscribe for only $5 a month. You get this show, several other shows. I think we're going to be working on some newer shows coming up in the near future with some other people. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I know I'm working on coming up with a new show for myself to take place or to take the spot of Smoke Signals, maybe the same type of show. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do that, but okay, we have those mixed together. Now we're going to take a cookie sheet again with parsnip paper on it, and we're going to repeat the same thing like we did with the chocolate chip cookies. The good thing about the peanut butter cookies is you could actually, if you wanted to, you can roll them. They're not real. You can roll them in a nice ball and then drop them, or you can just drop them however you want. I like to try to get them to a little bit of a ball so they kind of look more like a nice round cookie. Chances are, because these cookie sheets are so small, my chances are pretty good that these are all going to run together, but that's okay. We just let them cool off and we cut them, and then everything works out pretty good. I used to really enjoy baking, really, especially around the holiday times. But boy, this whole cookie thing. I used to think I was good at the cookies, but boy, I've been having problems with these, and these are probably the easiest cookies there are to make. I don't know if my patience is just wearing a little bit thin. But I like when it comes to holiday time, I like to make peanut butter bark, and I like to make pretzel bark. And all the kind of good stuff with holidays. Uh, these look pretty good. And really, I was really surprised that they were much more softer than the chocolate chip cookies because I don't know why, but just because I'm gonna, and it doesn't yield as many. The chocolate chip cookie recipe claims it will yield 30 cookies, which I'm pretty sure that's correct. These peanut butter cookies, they yield about a dozen cookies. Like I said, I could have cut these in half, made them smaller, but I wasn't sure. Sorry about that. I needed to get a drink. I wasn't exactly sure on everything, and like I said, the cookies you're going to bake them the same. Both times, both of them. You're going to bake them at 350 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes, or until they start to get nice brown edges, and then.
Chef, before we get to the magic of the internet, we have some listener or some viewer questions.
Okay, let's go ahead and go and get some.
First question during the chocolate chip segment. One of our viewers feels like you may have missed a step. I don't know what that step might have been. It looked good to me, but he wants to make sure you didn't miss any steps in the chocolate chips. And he also said, please don't add nuts. That would be Tom.
Oh, yeah.
So did you miss any steps in the chocolate chip cookies?
I don't think so.
Okay. Hey, you're the chef, man. You're driving the bus. I just asked.
I missed the chef. I missed the step earlier, but I picked the step at the end.
Okay.
I forgot the egg, but I didn't miss a step here.
Okay.
Yes, and Karen says she would definitely be totally eating the chicken dough.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But why don't you want to eat raw cookie dough, Chef?
Because it has eggs in it.
Yep.
It has eggs in it. Can't call it salmonella.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to eat. You're not supposed to do that, but people do it. I do it. Just take the chance,
Right. So, recap before I poof through the magic of the internet. What do we have first? Chocolate chip?
We have the basic Toll House chocolate chip cookie.
Okay. Followed by what?
The peanut butter M&M cookie.
Okay.
Okay.
Boss Man says he loves the cookie dough. I think we all love the cookie dough. You're not supposed to love it.
Yeah.
But everybody does. I mean, they put it in ice cream now. It can't be that bad, right?
Right. And I like the peanut butter cookie dough better than the chocolate chip cookie dough.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, peanut butter is my weakness.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. I have to say. Yeah.
You put peanut butter. I would probably eat, peanut butter bathroom mat if you made it with peanut butter. It doesn't matter. I love me some peanut butter. So they've been in the oven for how long?
For 10 to 12 minutes at 350 degrees.
All right.
And poof.
Through the magic of the internet, we have.
Through the magic of the internet.
Chocolate chip cookie.
Chocolate chip, Toll House chocolate. Oh, look at that. And there's Mr. Raymond. Hey, good evening, sir.
There's
welcome
chocolate chip cookie.
Cookie for the pores. Look at that.
On this.
Yes. Look at that. Oh,
nice.
Such beautifully shaped.
It's a great color. The bottom is not burnt, which I always burn my bottoms. The top is good. Now watch this. You ready?
A little chewy, not too crunchy.
I love a chewy cookie. Ray's got a nice bottom too.
Yeah. What are you eating first, Dan?
Chocolate chip.
Okay, I'll eat chocolate chip.
I'm saving the peanut butter for last.
Oh, here we go.
This is the chocolate chip.
Chocolate
ready?
Chip.
Go.
No nuts.
Let's see who has to run to the bathroom first.
I can see. I think I can see what Dan's see. He's saying, a little chewy.
I like a chewy cookie.
Okay.
I don't like crispy cookies.
Okay.
This has got a good chew to it. It's done all the way through.
Yeah.
It's definitely done all the way through. It's got a good bite to it. And it's a basic regular chocolate chip cookie, and it's pretty damn good.
I agree. It's good, Steve. It's really good. Yeah.
It's kind of hard to mess them up, although I did mess them up last week. I added way too much brown sugar to it, and I just total flop.
Operator error. It happens.
Yeah.
They can't all be winners.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good cookie.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was a little worried about that, but
it's got a lot of chocolate. It's got a lot of chocolate chips in it.
Yeah, the chocolate chips are everywhere.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get chocolate chip cookies and there's like 2 in the cookie.
Yeah, just 1 or 2. Yeah.
They're everywhere. And if you look at the one Ray just had, I saw more chocolate chips than dough. Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
Look at all those chips.
There's a lot of chocolate chips in it.
Yeah.
Good cookie,
Which
dude.
also, I love walnuts in my chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, well, some people do. Some people do. Yeah. I have put them in there before. It's a preference.
Personal preference, I believe, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Something like that.
We're good.
Yeah. I, for one, am not a fan of nuts. But again, matter of personal preference. Okay. now we're
Exactly.
gonna go-
Irene, who's in the chat room, she loves nuts.
And she likes them in her cookie, too.
Sorry, I went for the easy joke. Sorry.
That's
You yell
okay.
at- You yell at us for going for the low-hanging fruit.
When are we testing the peanut butter? Because I'm trying to save room. So I only got so much stomach,
Why don't we go ahead and crack one of those open right now?
All right.
Let me reach in here.
Let's show.
Oh, man.
You showed yours, Dan?
These are my own invention too. These are peanut butter M&M cookies.
Now I won't lie. I'll be a little. I'm a little worried about this because there's no flour. You said there was no
Nope.
flour in them.
Nope. Peanut butter, sugar, and an egg.
My wife
Wow.
makes peanut butter cookies that are fantastic, but she always puts flour in them. So
Right. Yeah.
I am
But
a
they
little worried about how this will be, but we'll see.
And you said these are called peanut butter. So
Peanut butter M&Ms. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, these are peanut butter M&Ms too. Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah,
what the
so the
color
peanut
spots
butter-
are right here.
Those are peanut butter M&Ms too.
Sounds like a peanut butter overload.
Yeah.
No
Could
such
be.
thing. No
Kind
such
of like
thing.
DC's peanut butter Reese's peanut butter cup cookies.
All righty. I'm going to crack this one open. You ready?
They're much chewier.
Oh, yeah. Definitely
That's
sure. Well, anytime you cook with peanut butter, you have to worry about the extra oil that comes from
Yeah.
peanut butter.
Yeah.
Some brands
I
are
got- look
drier
at
than
this.
others. Yeah.
I like
look at that.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah.
Good color here.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Hit it. Oh, wow.
Now, if I was a cookie dipper, I'd be wanting to dip the peanut butter cookies in milk or coffee or whatever. Yeah. Oh, milk.
I'm a
Yeah.
I'm a dunker.
You're
I wish I
dunking.
had milk.
Yeah. The
That's a
peanut
good
butter
cookie.
cookies. I think they would. And like I said, it's the 3 simple ingredients. I really.
Wow. I cannot tell there is no flour in this recipe.
Exactly what I was going to say. Like, how in the hell is it, how is it staying all together?
I don't know. This is fantastic.
Isn't that what flour does?
Yeah, it's the binding
Huh?
agent.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
cup
it's
of peanut butter,
sugar
cup of sugar,
cracking it
and 1 egg.
Binding.
But I kept thinking it was going to be way too sweet, but it's not
Yeah.
even overly sweet. It's,
Yeah.
it's overly peanut butter if it's overly anything.
Yeah.
The peanut
Really
butter is
strong peanut
definitely
butter
there.
taste. Yeah.
Yeah, the peanut butter is definitely there. No
You
doubt
probably
about that.
could have went with just plain chocolate chips if you wanted to, and then you'd have chocolate and peanut butter together.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been
I'm
pretty
saying
good,
there's nothing wrong with it. It's just if someone doesn't like peanut butter, they're not going to like.
Oh,
the cookie.
yeah. Yeah,
But-
exactly. Yeah.
right. But then again, if you
That's
have
the peanut
somebody who
butter
can't have flour, this would be a great cookie for them.
Yeah, gluten free. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, is it gluten free, Dan?
Hmm?
Is this technically gluten free?
Well, I don't know if there's gluten in the peanut butter.
All I know is it tastes good.
There shouldn't be. But once you eliminate all the wheat products from the recipe, you've taken all the gluten out.
Huh.
Dude, that is a good cookie.
Yeah, it's got a really good taste, Steve. I'm shocked.
Thank you.
I
And it
was,
has 7 grams. Peanut butter has 7 grams of protein.
I was thinking, I don't know what you were thinking, Dan, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna taste a cookie that has no flour in it.
I didn't know what to expect.
But it's good.
It's very good. In fact, I'm gonna have another peanut butter cookie because these are just good. And I'll show you the break again. They're not crispy. They're
Yeah,
very
they're not,
chewy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're
very
chewy, light, yeah.
wow.
I would
really
actually-
surprisingly good.
Yeah. I would like to try this recipe, but replace the Reese's with chocolate chips so you have the peanut butter and the chocolate together.
Right,
Oh,
right, yeah.
I would go the peanut with the nuts, but that's just because I like.
Oh, you crunchy peanut butter?
Yeah.
No, I would go with the M&M with
M&M peanuts.
peanut butter.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Okay.
the peanut M&Ms.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah.
This
This is
fantastic.
really good, Steve. This is really surprisingly very good.
Oh, I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Wow.
Because I sometimes I worry about my cooking, that's for sure.
Well, no need to worry about this. The only thing you have to worry about is eating way too many of them, which is about to happen right now at this day.
That's exactly why I wanted to cut the recipe down, because I thought, ain't no way I could have 60 cookies around out here. I'll weigh 2,000 pounds.
My stomach won't let me to eat.
Right, yeah.
My God, it's good.
Yeah,
I'm actually going to share. I'll share some of the cookies that Steve gave me because,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
well, if they weren't good, I wasn't going to share them. But they're really good. They're good. So, they're really good. Steve, good job.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm blown away by this one. Chocolate chip cookies, just a basic chocolate chip cookie, good
Yeah.
taste, good crumb, good chew.
Yeah.
These peanut butter things are just blowing me away.
Yeah.
And the peanut butter things were just, I looked at several different recipes and I thought, oh, okay. I'll do a little bit of that one, a little bit of this one, and put them together and see what I get.
When you were
All right.
making them, I was like, what the hell? He's got to put some flour in there.
Yeah.
But I'm shocked.
That's where you'd be asking, are you missing a step? Because
Yeah.
Right.
flour, you always start with flour when you're making cookies.
Mm-hmm.
But this is surprising. So
Very good. They're very good.
since this is cooking for the poors,
Yeah.
we need to go over one more time. What are the ingredients for the chocolate chips?
The ingredients for the chocolate chip are, I need to make sure I get them right. You're going to have 2 1/4 cups of baking flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of softened butter, 3/4 cup sugar, 3/4 cup brown sugar, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 bag of chocolate chips.
And what is your yield on that?
The yield on that is 30 cookies.
Okay. And how much is that recipe?
About $8 total.
Okay. So, and your prep time for just that batch, what was that?
The prep time is pretty quick. You can prep it in about 10 minutes, and the bake time is 10 to 12 minutes at 350 degrees.
So you figure 25 minutes, $8. You have a good chocolate chip cookie.
And at least 3 dozen cookies. Yeah, around 3 dozen cookies.
That's okay. Now, fill me in on these peanut butter things.
Now the peanut butter M&Ms are 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 egg. And you have to mix them all together real good. I use the blender. That's why I use a hand blender. I like to cream them together, and then you're going to add your peanut M&Ms. There, because you use the peanut M&Ms, puts the price a little bit higher. You're still looking for a dozen cookies, $5.
If someone wanted to make them with regular M&Ms,
Right?
or Reese's Pieces, or that
Any type of candy. Yeah. You can make them with anything. You could add nuts to them too. You could add.
I'd like the M&Ms with peanuts.
M&Ms with peanuts.
Yeah.
So you're telling me for $5, you can make this batch of cookies, and that was how many does it make? You said 12?
That will make. How many dozen? One recipe. It makes one cup of 1 egg, 1 cup of peanut butter, and 1 cup of sugar makes 12 cookies. We'll make 12 decent sized cookies.
Right.
So
I'm sure there's a little added expense from the M&Ms or whatever.
Right. But you just your. I mean, come on, just your cup of peanut butter and your 1 egg and sugar. There's nothing there. There's maybe $2 total there.
Right.
For a dozen cookies. Then when you add your bag of, and I made out of that bag of M&Ms, I got one.
How big of a bag was it, Steve?
It was
the bag you find in the aisle when you're at the grocery store.
Yeah. It was the 9 ounce.
Okay.
9 ounce bag.
Wow.
And I got 4 dozen cookies out of this bag.
Not bad.
So, and it was about $4 and something. But
Summer has a point. She said it sounds a little expensive. I mean, you can certainly go buy cookies off the shelf, a lot more cookies for $5, but they are not going to be this good.
These are good.
So
I'm shocked. I'm gonna have to zip this baggie up, otherwise I'm gonna stick my whole head in there like a feed bag. Just close that up.
Did you see Tom's comment there, Ray?
Yeah, that's the important question, Ray.
What was that? What was the question?
Tonight we were if Ray's
wife kills him if the cookies are better than hers.
Well, no, my wife makes fantastic cookies. So I was like, oh, these are really going to be. I'm like, I love Steve, but I was like, these cookies are not going to compare. You know what I mean? And then the no flour thing really scared me. But Steve, these are really good. Good job.
Thank you.
Now, Summer brings up a point. She said she's a baker and she never spends that much. But keep in mind, you're buying a whole jar of peanut butter, which is going to last you for how many batches?
Right. Yeah.
You're buying a bag of sugar that's going to last you for how many batches?
Right. Yeah.
Well, Steve, here's the thing that Steve doesn't tell you guys. He makes 2 batches of everything.
Right. Yeah.
Because he made a batch this morning. That's what we're eating.
Yeah.
And then he makes another batch live on the show. So he gives you the total cost for all of it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just saying that if you cut it in half, that's what it actually costs. So
right. Yeah.
But you guys, I'd love to see some of our regular listeners. I'd love to see what you guys do with it. Take Steve's recipe and add stuff to it.
Yeah.
Improve it, and share with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let Steve know. If you guys do it and you try something that works, let Steve know.
Yeah, just let me know. Yeah. And And next week's recipe is going to be, it's all been paid for by a listener.
Really?
And the recipe comes from a listener. We want to thank Irene.
Oh, Irene.
What will you be making next week?
We're going to be making trailer trash casserole.
Trailer trash casserole.
I'm sorry. I'm busy next week, Steve.
That's the name we came up with. I think it's going to be pretty good. I think you'll like it, Dan.
So, in other words, it's just called Irene.
It'll be the Irene recipe. It's great.
Yeah, see, it almost sounds like a what the hell what do I call it? One of those things those English people like a shepherd's pie.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's almost you just got mashed potatoes, corn, and hamburger, and gravy, and
that's a shepherd's pie.
Yeah, basically, it doesn't have all the vegetables that shepherd's pie has in it, and it has breadcrumbs in it and stuff like that. But we were trying to think of a trailer trash casserole came to mind. But Irene has already paid for all the groceries, and she gave me the recipe. So thank you, Irene, for doing that.
Brady wants to know if the trailer trash casserole includes raccoon or possum.
No, it could. I suppose it could. Although I could have picked one up on the way home from Dan and Christina's today because I got fucking lost.
So would it also be in trailer trash casserole? Would it also include like used needles and burnt spoons?
Possibly.
Okay, just checking. I mean, with a name like that, you got to be sure.
Oh, look at all those chocolate chips in there.
I was just counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cookies. 8 chocolate chips.
That's
8 chocolate chips, 1 cookie.
I'm sure we've all had chocolate chip cookies where you got 1 chip.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah,
there's no method, Karen. We don't do that on this show.
Well, then it's not real trailer trash, then, is it?
Oh, now I guess the trailer trash casserole. I suppose we could put some in it. Now we'll make it more trashy, more like a trailer park.
Steve puts the trash.
We put the trash in trailer trash casserole. Come on down to the Shangri-La trailer park and get you some casserole.
Thumbs up from me. Your cookies were great. They were really
Thank you, boy.
I'm impressed, Steve.
Good.
Nice job.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta stay out of this bag. I'm gonna hurt myself. So yeah, good job. I'm recommending that all of our listeners try these out. I'm sure everybody's tried the Toll House recipe. It makes a good cookie. Take this peanut butter cookie recipe for a test drive. Put your own spin on it. Let us know what you think. You really, it's great.
Make anything that Steve makes. Feel free to make it and add stuff to it or leave stuff out and share with Steve. Let him know. Let him really make these things and improve upon them or whatever. And let's start the conversations. Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, there's no hard and fast rule on cooking for the poor. These are just basic feed your family recipes on a budget.
And it doesn't make me feel poor when eating it.
No,
it makes you feel like middle class.
Well, my wallet makes me feel poor. My wallet makes me feel poor. But the cookies just made me happy. So
I'm not sure that's how you meant that, but
yeah.
Try my cookies; they'll make you feel middle class.
Or happy. I feel happy. So thank you. Very good.
You can't be in a bad mood eating these cookies.
Karen made a comment about a spaghetti ramen. Karen, I was just looking at a recipe today called a ramen lasagna.
Oh, really?
And they use ramen noodles, and I'm gonna keep working on it. And there might be one of those coming in the near future.
Wow! Awesome. Can't wait for the ramen noodle recipes.
I bet that's. No, Christina, God damn it!
It's the only cooking show with R-rated language. I love it.
Yeah.
Good job, Stever.
Thank you very much. And thank you guys for tasting it. And I hope it doesn't create any kind of bowel issues.
I'll let you know. You got the grumble? You got the grumble already?
I'm getting the grumble, Dan. I'll take pictures.
I've had grumbles all day, but
I'll take pictures and let you see it.
I'll pass. Thanks.
Yeah.
There's enough butter and everything. It should slide right out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh Lord.
It'll look like fried chicken.
Not to mention the peanut butter. That ought to loosen things up.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It'll look like fried chicken when it comes out, Steve.
Oh wow.
God damn.
Extra crispy or original recipe?
You're disgusting, motherfucker. That's gross. It looks like fried chicken. Oh, I wanted fried chicken so bad till I saw that. Oh.
Wow.
Only Steve.
Well, I think that's all we had for tonight. Good job, Steve. Excellent work.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Yeah, thank you.
If you haven't seen the scroll across the bottom of the screen, if you're new to the show, you can catch this show every week for $5 a month. There'll be each week's a new recipe, and it'll be a budget-friendly, family-pleasing recipe for $5 a month. You get a new show every week.
Yep.
Plus all the other stuff that comes with it. We have all these other shows on our network. You can get all the information for those on morningdisaster.net. If you're already a subscriber and you actually have friends, please tell your friends to go to morningdisaster.net and check us out. Because we have a little bit of something for everybody, I think. So thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Jason, thanks for your help. Steve, thanks for the excellent cookies. I'm going to go and get fat now.
No problem.
And you guys have yourself a great evening.
Yep. Goodbye.
Tom says hospital visits are not covered by Chef Steve.
No, they're not.
No.
No.
Eat at your own risk. But
Oh yeah.
so thanks for stopping by, everybody.